sounds good.
Hey everyone, this is Kevin Waters here with Taylor Bent, and today we're meeting with Josh Collins and Cruzer Meuse to talk about their work on the trail art project. To just start off, guys, could you give me an introduction on your name, your pronouns, and where you're from?
Did you want to start there,
jump in.
Josh? Sorry.
Sure. My name's Josh. My pronouns are he, and I live both in Halifax and down near Liverpool.
Yeah, my name is Cruzer Meuse, and my pronouns are he, him. And yeah, I'm originally from Bear River First Nations in Bear River, Nova Scotia there, and I'm currently living in New Minas, Nova Scotia.
So did either of you study anywhere, or are you self-taught?
Yeah, so myself, I'm all self-taught for art in terms of drawing, but I also practice like traditional Mi'kmaq kind of arts and crafts, I guess, and or yeah, different regalias. And I personally make hand drums, and I was taught that by my mother, Holly Muse, and she's from Bear River First Nations as well. And yeah, so in terms of drawing and the things that I do, like, you know, graphic design wise, I am self-taught. Yeah.
Awesome.
And I went through far too much school as an architect, and then went into construction and started doing installation art, and sort of independently, without any credentials, and find that it's a great way to like bring constructive mentality into the public realm a bit and within ecosystems.
Cool.
Nice. You may have already touched on this, but are you both from originally from Nova Scotia? And if so, what do you love the most? Like what keeps you in Nova Scotia?
So me personally, I was actually born in Quebec, but then I moved here a little bit later on in life, like around, not too long, it was only 4 or 5, but I moved here, and then I've definitely called Nova Scotia home ever since then. It's, for me, it's definitely just, you know, getting to know the people around, and then also just like the fresh air and ocean breeze, I guess, but also just being from Bear River First Nation, there's also a closer, more cultural connection that I really enjoy and like sharing with people. So that's what I like to, you know, call Nova Scotia home. That's why I like to.
Yeah.
And I was originally born in North Carolina. I lived there till I was 10, and then moved to Maine until I was 19, and then came up to Nova Scotia almost 2 decades ago for school and didn't leave.
Yeah.
And really the thing that kept me here was the people.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were just like really honest and engaged and curious, and that was really appreciated. And so finding community there was pretty easy and worth staying.
Very cool.
Awesome. Yeah. So could you both tell us a bit about your practice? So for instance, tell us your favorite thing to create or what inspires your artwork.
Oh yeah, so me personally, I do some graphic design things, so like, you know, logos or little things that I like to do. But what I guess enjoy doing art wise, that it's not really for anything. It's just kind of me personally that I just kind of keep around. But I do a lot of like comic book art, and So I'll draw like, different superheroes and just doing classic action poses. And, just that's my favorite thing to do anyways. I've really, enjoyed growing up reading different comic books, and I enjoy looking at the different art styles of different comic book artists, and trying to figure out how I can either integrate the aspects of their style that I find cool into mine, or at least learn from it. And it's yeah, it's a cool. Well, I think it's a cool thing. Maybe other people don't, but it's very cool to me. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
And I may have forgotten the question slightly, but I guess like my art practice is very much like integrated with my life and my work.
Yeah.
And I try to use the art practice as a way of like immersing myself in an environment. I do like doing a lot of stuff with mirrors, which I
Mhm.
build in on this,
Yeah.
because it kind of like gives a new context to where you are, being able to see both yourself and the space around you.
Yeah.
And then also the social aspect of the work is really important to my art practice. So being able to tell stories and brainstorm and like share and sketch and sort of discover where the work wants to go with other people.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah, it's become just a part of life.
Mhm. Awesome. Thank you.
Great. I'll go again. So have either of you ever taught, or have you ever thought about teaching your art practice?
So on myself, where I'm like self-taught, I feel like a lot of times for graphic design, people are looking for those certificates for that. I can definitely help out and offer tips, or if people come to me and ask for certain advice, I'm definitely more than willing to share what I've learned so far. But in terms of fully teaching it, I'd probably need to do a little bit more schooling myself. But
Yeah.
but I enjoy what I've done so far. Yes.
Awesome.
I have done some teaching through the architecture school, like some brief design build courses. Um, but but I really like working with people more like one-on-one.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I've had like a couple people that I've mentored a little bit one-on-one, largely like through construction, but also like through design in the architecture realm. In terms of art, um, yeah, I find it more as like tends to be collaborations than teaching.
Yeah.
Where it's like, how can I hang out with this person for an extended period of time and both of us teach each other something?
Yeah. That's cool. Awesome. All right, so let's switch to the trail art project. Could you both tell us a bit about your process when you came up with the idea for this project?
Did you want to start this one, Josh? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I did the original pitch, which is one reason that it's good to say this. But the idea was really broad, and suggested using mirrors as a way of um, appreciating the environment and understanding yourself within the context of the environment.
Mhm.
Also, trying to bring some attention to the sky and the canopy through the work. So being able to look up and like, normally when you're walking on the trails, you might just like look forward or like look to the sides.
Mhm.
And then a huge part of it for me was opening the door for collaborations, and the Gold River community was really into that idea
Mhm.
and suggested um, that I work with Cruzer and bring Cruzer in on it.
Nice.
So yeah, the I've really appreciated that like process of collaborating and have learned a lot. And we brought in a lot of Mi'kmaq influences, but also Cruz's own style of art,
Mhm.
and sort of that comic book feeling. I think has brought appreciation to sort of each of the plant species that we feature in the work.
Cool.
Yeah, so and Josh had reached out to Gold River, and I had actually myself worked a few different positions with species at risk and environmental work. So I was really into the idea of uh, bringing both together, both the things
Yeah.
I've worked in my past and the um, my hobby, I guess, that I have. I'm in the process of trying to make a job, but my hobby as well, art. Being able to merge the two is yeah, very important to me, and it's been very uh, very, I guess, I don't even know how to explain, like um rewarding, I guess. Like I feel very good that I'm able to, like Josh said, bring people out into nature. And what one thing that I really liked about Josh's idea when he at first told me about it was the mirrors and the trails, and I was like, wow, that's really cool, because it's um physical art out in the world that you have to go and see. And then also it being a mirror, I was just telling Josh, I'm like, what better way to have a person literally see themselves in nature is have these mirrors facing around with the woods, and we're going to have the different opacities through it, so it'll be it should be a really cool effect. Yeah, I really liked Josh's idea. As soon as he told me all about it, I was very excited.
Yeah, definitely. It seems really cool. I'm excited to see it.
Thank you.
Uh,
Soon, you'll see it soon.
I think if we'll ask one last question here, and it's just a bit about your practice. Where could people find your artwork if you're selling it, and if they would like to purchase something from you?
Oh, yeah, so I myself, um it's kind of just word of mouth. No, I'm just joking. I have an Instagram page right now that I'm kind of running. I did take a little bit of a kind of break where I had to focus a little bit more on my work there, but I kind of update that as much as possible with my pieces that I create. And I'm in the process of working. Not only this, I'd like to make a post. I was going to be asking Josh about that later on as well, making a post on my art page, and you know, being able to share that way. And that's really one of the only places I can look up the at on it. I'm so sorry. Just so I'm pretty sure it is at Cruzer Meuse, but it's at CRUZRMEUSE. So it's just missing the E. And the page itself is called Just Some Art. And that's just kind of what I do. I have the description there just saying, can sometimes draw half decent things. So, I'm trying to make a little page there and stuff. So I enjoy in updating and putting my pieces there. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
And I don't have a specific art website,
Mhm.
but I do have a website for the construction company that I run that shows a pretty wide range of things that I've done, including like lamp fixtures and buildings. And that would be www.allyall, which is ALLYALL.ca. And then I'm also on Instagram at Light About Now.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Yeah, that sounds great. That's everything I had, unless Taylor, you had anything else?
I don't think so. I think that was everything.
No. To leave off for a fun note, Josh, I think you're the only international artist on the trailer project, so you can take that award home with you. We both want to say thank you for both of you doing this. I think it'll be great for people to get to know you and learn about you past the artwork there on the trail. So
Mhm.
I'll just end this.